Hello everyone. Good day, good day, good day. Uh, as you are joining, if you can hear me, uh, kindly drop a comment that you can actually hear me. If at all you can't hear me, please also make use of the comment box so I can know when you can hear me or not. Yeah, thank you. So today I'm going to be walking you through this particular school today in Europe that you can apply to. So the application is already open and you can actually get funding as an international student. So no matter where you are coming from, any country, so far you are an international student and you are ready to move to Europe. So it is important that you stay in this live stream because I will share my screen and take you step by step on the funding opportunity that is available to international students. So today's live stream, we majorly focus on funding for international students at this particular school that we are going to be talking about. We'll look at the application process and we also look at uh, the step-by-step guide for you to actually apply and all the programs that are available. Okay, there are multiple deadline, right? But this is the period you need to submit your application now, because the earlier you submit your application, actually, the better it gets. And once you submit your application early, you have the chance of going over the application again, doing your review again. Then you can actually decide if you want to modify anything before the deadline elapses. And if you also need to send in additional documents, you can also do this, right? So this is one of the benefits and why you need to apply to schools early. Now, I'm going to be sharing my screen right now, but if you are joining this live stream right now, please drop your comments of where you are joining this live stream from right now. Okay, so maybe I'm joining from Liberia, I'm joining from Cameroon, I'm joining from Pakistan, joining from Nigeria, any country where you are joining this from right now. Kindly drop it at the comment box. Let us know where you are joining from so that I can give a shout out to you right now. Okay, so drop your comments. Let us know where you are joining this live stream for right now before I start sharing my screen. So let me look at my comments, right? From Nigeria, okay. Uh, Ajibulu from Nigeria. Thank you for joining my live stream today. And I hope you are going to get value in today's live stream. Okay, so now this will be short, precise. So as we move along in this step-by-step guide, because I want to start sharing my screen now, but I want to say some things ahead so that we don't get to miss out on anything. So as I start presenting my screen to you now, if you have any question, make sure you start dropping them at the comment box so that when I stop sharing my screen, then I can start taking those questions to give answers to them. Right? So if you have any question that comes to your mind in between my presentation, you want to make sure you drop them at the comment box. Okay. So let me just go ahead and share my screen right now. Okay. So can you all see my screen right now? Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen right now, please let me know. And if you can't see my screen, you can also let me know. Okay, so let me go to my mobile device and check comments from here for those who might not see my screen. So this school we are looking at, they have this funding opportunity for international students actually, and every international student who apply, you stand a chance to actually get funding, right? So what most people don't know most time is uh, making research, right? Most people, should I say this or something like that. So you need to actually put in the effort to make a little bit of research to know what is available as an international student. And most of the time, you also need to actually go ahead, send email to these schools to also get to have some valid information yourself. Now, this Milano University we are looking at today, they have this particular DSU scholarship that comes out every year for international students. And students who actually get this actually get up to 10,000 euros every year. So if you are going to be applying to the school, all scholarship will include the tuition fee. So your tuition fee is going to be waived, right? So if you look at it here, let's read this together. So it said all scholarship includes a full tuition fee waiver, right? So which means your tuition fee will actually be waived as an international student, and some of them will also provide additional gross allowance up to 10,000. Uh, that's for your living expenses, right? So you already know that, okay, the full tuition will be waived for you. Also, the cost of your living expenses, which is the one that will be provided as gross allowance right now, is also 10,000. Okay. But one of the things you actually need to know is that if you are admitted, if you are being admitted to this school, you will have to pay an administrative fee, right? So this administrative fee is actually the one, it's just like an acceptance fee into the school, right? The school, you are being given admission, you have to pay this administrative fee, and this is majorly what this 170 euro is all about. Okay, so that is if you are getting this funding, right? So I don't want to be reading everything, okay, because I always talk about this particular funding opportunity every year, and I have intelligence about what what this scholarship actually covers. I've helped people to process this scholarship several times, and you know, it's good to also reach out to the school. Like I said, sometimes if you are not clear of anything, you want to make sure that you reach out to the school. So I'm just trying to also notify people to not join my WhatsApp link. You want to make sure you join my WhatsApp link. That is where I provide active information. I provide for you. Okay, so who are not yet on my WhatsApp channel, you want to go ahead to join my WhatsApp channel. And if you've not also joined my Telegram channel, you also want to do this. Okay, so earlier today I sent out email to people who are already on my email list about my free webinar that is coming up this weekend. So if you're also not on my Telegram, you are not joining my email list, you are actually missing out a lot, right? So just like this school that we are talking about today, over the weekend, I will also be talking about uh, over over 200. I'll be showing over 200 programs. I'll be giving people access to over 200 programs in Europe that they can apply to without paying tuition fee. So it doesn't cost you anything to just follow me on all these platforms, subscribe to my newsletter. Okay, so now as an international student, you want to make particular section where, so before we look at the deadline, I want to us to actually look at the DSU itself. So if you go to the DSU portal, right, you are going to scroll down, right? If you scroll down, it says, as you probably know, studying at this university can be very expensive. Okay, I mean, study at any of the university. For this reason, particularly deserving students who are in difficult economic situation, I always tell you, you need to find a means to say or to present that you cannot actually afford the cost of the tuition or the tuition cost. Okay, so this is where DSU actually comes in, and there are documents you can use to prove this yourself. So as I'm talking, if any question is coming to your mind, keep dropping them at the comment box. Once I finish, I'm going to give answers to them, because right now I can only see what I'm presenting and not the comment box. Okay, so you want to scroll down. It said, what are the benefits of this funding opportunity? You must make sure that you meet up with requirements. So if you providing your ISE, that's a document that signify or that prove that you actually on a low income you are actually a low income individual, right, who doesn't earn much throughout the year, or you're coming from a family where the income is very very low. Okay, so you need to be able to actually prove that this is your own condition. And if you register for the subsequent year, this CFU you have obtained will be taken into account, right? The minimum number of CFU required. Okay, so all of this. So ask for your ISC for university use within the deadline, access to your online services, right? So under these online services, is where you are going to process the DSU application. Okay, so likely we can go to the portal and process it just for you to see how this is being done. Okay, if uh, if I ask people, if you want us to go to this portal to do the step by step in this live section we are now. If you want us to go there, you can drop it at the comment box. Do the step by step DSU application. Okay. But if you don't want us to do that, maybe you don't want us to waste your time, you can also go ahead to comment. Don't bother. We'll find the information ourselves. Okay. So fill in the application form and send it, right? Save the application form receipts on your device. When you are processing application, especially for admission, one thing that is important is it is important that you actually document everything you are doing. Okay. Most people I support with admission application, I always have this application folder I assign, right? Where I document everything, finding the program. Okay, what are the schools that have your program? What are the requirements for these schools, right? What are the things that you don't have yet? Documents that you already have with you, which you need to update. So if even if you have admissions for your service, you can also do the same yourself. Make sure that you are organized. It is not when you want to start applying to programs or schools that you start running around and looking for one document or the other, right? Put your documents together, location. Put your transcripts in a different folder. Don't go and put your bachelor or master's certificates in another folder. Let them be in one place and call them academic certificates, right? Your resume should be at the same location. Okay, if you are writing your statement of purpose for different schools, you also want to create another sub folder to indicate which of these school statement of purpose is this. especially for schools that request for them. So you don't want to miss out or you don't want to miss things up. Okay, so it is always good to get organized because this will actually help you a lot to know what you are doing and not to miss out on any important thing, right? So once you follow all of this process, then you are certain that you are actually close to where you are heading to, right? So participating is simple and will even be more if you read the core carefully. Okay, so we've look at the core. These are the steps. Nothing is so complicated here. Okay, so one thing you also need to pay attention to is there are two other DSU benefits you can ask for that you can ask for as an if you decide to participate in an international mobility program. I always tell people that uh, when I have one-on-one call section with people, one of the question people ask is that after my 2 years master program, what will happen? Am I going to go back to Nigeria or what is going to happen, right? And one of the things I always give as response to people is that find mobility program, right? You need to find mobility program. Mobility program is this type of program that, okay, you study in Portugal right now, you can find a mobility program in Germany, right? That can allow you to go and study in Germany, even though your original program started in Portugal, right? So you can start your program in Portugal, look for mobility program in Germany. Even if you leave Germany, you can still go to Spain, explore all of these European states, and before you know, you're actually spending a lot of time, right? Still going back to your base and you're going to stay back. So though these are one of the things that I'm not supposed to be saying here on this live stream, right? But just trying to give you just open your mind. You need to open your mind, and this is one of the reasons I always tell people: if you are stuck, look for people who have this information that can give you information. If you need a one-on-one course section with me, get my one-on-one course section link, message me on my Instagram. We can actually have a one-on-one course section to help you navigate this ASU. Okay, so those that will be attending my webinar this weekend, uh, you are also going to see a lot of information that I'm going to be sharing in that free webinar. Okay, so that's it. Okay, of at least 2 months up to maximum of 10 months. That's like close to 1 year that you can find. You can ask for integration of DSU scholarship. And when I was also talking about mobility program, when you are looking into mobility program, you also want to look into Erasmus Mundo. Okay, so Erasmus Mundo is like is also a separate scholarship, right, for international students who actually want to study in Europe, right? So if you want to move to Europe, you also want to get yourself familiar with most of this funding opportunity in different university and different country. Okay. Now, if you obtain your master's degree within the pre-established duration, you can get a degree award just after your duration. Okay, so this is the call for 2024-2025, right? Those that were here last year, right? We talk about 2023-2024, but right now we are talking about 2024 and 2025. Okay, so this is a document file that you want to open and go ahead to check out for. Okay, so this was for last year. Like I said, this open every year. This open every year. Okay, so you don't want to miss out on every important information on this channel. If you've not subscribed to this channel, you want to do that right now so that when I bring important information for you on this channel, and for the next 7 days, I'm going to be coming live here to share one scholarship in a day for you on this platform. So don't miss out. You want to make sure you keep watching them because you don't know which of them might have your program. Now, we've talked about the DSU for this particular Milano, okay? Now, how do you apply? What are the things you also need to know? So if you go back right here, if you go to this page, so under this page, we have the application for the academic year 2024-2025, right? So before we talk about the deadline, let me see some comments. Okay, no comments yet. Okay, no question yet. So let me just go back. So uh, if you come to this application portal right now, you are going to see this particular information here that says um, the application for a laureate magistra. Okay, so this particular school we are talking about is actually in Italy, right? And if you're applying to bachelor program, you are looking at laureate programs. Okay, so because they don't write either bachelor or masters. Okay, bachelor means laureate, right? And masters means laureate magistra. Okay, so this particular one now is for laureate magistra, which is master's program. Okay, so if you scroll down, you are going to see three major steps here, which is to register yourself, right? Then fill out the application information, then pay your application fee. Okay, so we're going to take this one after the other. So for those who want to register, you need to go through these online services, the one I showed you at the beginning, right? So you want to go there, create your information, and then go ahead and submit your application. So if you come to the second section, this is the section where you now have information about what you actually needed, right? You need education background, okay? So you will have to upload your transcripts, that's the original transcripts, okay? So you also need your bachelor degree or attendance certificates, okay? So if you are coming from Nigeria, you want to upload your bachelor certificate directly. Okay, so but if you are coming from another country and you have another maybe this attendance certificate, you also want to upload it. But majorly, what is mostly considered is the bachelor certificate itself. That's for people who are applying for masters. So if you're applying for your PhD program, you want to include your master's certification and also your bachelor certification. Okay, so you need to basis. Okay, so program selection, English language certificates. Okay, so if you are coming from Nigeria, my home country, you actually want to be aware that most people who are applying to schools actually needs to have language certificate. Most people actually use either IELTS or any other English certification documents. But if you are coming from either Nigeria, you're coming from Ghana, you're coming from any of the country where English has been your language of instruction, then what you want to do is you want to go to your school and get a letter that says all your program has totally been taught in English, right? So you don't want to miss out on this. You want to get these documents before you start your application, right? Okay. So the Ata Scholar Polytechnica, okay, that's the ASP application counselor website right here. Okay, so those are the major things. Now let's take a look at programs, right? So if you come to, okay, before I go to programs, I actually want to show you this. So if you come to this particular page right here, you are going to see this, that's multidisciplinary education aligned with innovation and industry. You scroll down, you are going to see this is Laria program. Those who want to apply to bachelor, like I said, and this is Laria magistral. This is for master students. Okay, so if you scroll down, they also have the research doctorate, right? Okay, so you want to make sure that you click on any of them to see which of the program that interests you. So I'm going to click on the master's program right now, and from this magistral program, we have 45 programs right here. So one thing you want to do is it is always good to leave the campus, right? You can come to this area and select either you are looking for programs under the architecture or design or engineering. Okay, so you also want to pay attention to the language of instruction while you're applying so that you don't need to actually go through the stress of learning any languages. Okay, so we know a lot of these European countries they speak Italian, Portuguese, French, all of those. So you want to apply to programs that are totally taught in English, so that you don't have to go through the stress of writing language exam, right? Different from what you already have. So this aeronautical engineering program is taught in English, agricultural engineering also in English, architectural design and history, architectural engineering, right? So this one is a mix of Italian and English. So you don't want to apply to this, but if you can get yourself Duolingo mobile application, you can also start learning these new languages if you think that is what you actually want. Okay, so you can see a couple of them, and we have good numbers of English taught program right here. Okay, so one thing I always do is I always make sure I filter out programs that are taught in English, right? Because that is the major interest of people that are here. Okay, so if you are here today and your most concern is about programs that are taught in English, then you are in the right place. Okay, so you can see a good number of all of these programs are totally taught in English. Okay, so I think just two of them are taught in a mix of Italian and English. Okay, okay, just three of them. Okay, now if you go back to the application page, you then scroll down. Okay, so if you scroll down right now, you're going to see that you will have to pay application fee. Okay, so under this application fee now, when you fill up your information and you want to submit your information, you need to pay application fee, right? Non-refundable, none and cannot be waived. Okay, but with the fact that you're actually going to get funding that will cover your cost of tuition and also gross allowance of up to 10,000 euros, then I think it's worth paying for this application, right? Okay, so Awa from Nigeria, thank you for joining also. Uh, so it is, I think it's worth it if you are going to get all your tuition fee being waived out and you submit your application properly, then it is good to actually go ahead to submit your application. Now, one thing I want to show you before I actually close this out is to actually show you about deadlines, okay? Because a lot of people don't pay attention to deadlines. If you're applying to program, you want to make sure you submit your application within the deadline window. And that is where I started my conversation from, right? So you can see that there are three feet right there. We have the architecture and design, we have the engineering, then we also have, I think, architecture. Let's go back. Okay, we have the architecture, we have the design, and we have the engineering. Okay, so that's three of them. Okay, so under architecture and design, they have the same deadline. Okay, so if you are going to apply to programs under architecture and design, you still have deadline up to 30th of January. Okay, so which means uh, you must make sure that you submit your application before 30th of January, right? Because if you think you want to submit at that particular day, a lot of people also want to submit A lot of people also want to submit their programs application on that particular day. Okay, so Awa is talking about, please, their undergraduate scholarship available in this school. Yes, you can always check that. But we are targeting those who are applying to masters. They also have PhD program funding, but we are not looking at that. We are looking at um, the masters, right? Okay. So you see, they also have this said early bird deadline, right? So 2nd December. They said the application period is from 1st of October to 30th of January. Now, they also have the early bird right here, which should be 2nd of December 2024. So, which means if you submit your application after this period, you are not part of the early bird. And what this actually means is that uh, the time of considering, or when they want to start reviewing the application, they already have like benchmark of application that they are going to be reviewing at this period. Okay, so by the end of May 2025, you should have outcome of your application, right? So then we also have the September intake, right? So September intake for semester, right? That's the general core. So you need to differentiate them. Then we also have the general um, September intake 2025 again, additional core for both EU and non-EU. Okay, so the people that apply during this window will actually have first priority, right? They will get access to being reviewed faster than people who apply starting from 3rd of March, right, to this period, which is 15th of May. Okay, so as an international student, I will advise that you actually put in the effort. Don't look at the deadline that, okay, I still have luxury of time. You don't have that luxury of time, okay? You don't have all the time to yourself. So you want to make sure you take action fast from this time that we are doing this live stream now to 2nd of December. You still have like more than 15 or 16 days, right? So you want to make sure you put in that effort, go ahead, submit the application, and then you give it a shot and wait for decision. Okay. So if you go to under engineering, engineering have different deadline. So application period is from 1st of October 2024 to 2nd December, right? And the decision is going to come out in February. Okay, so you see that the deadline is actually different. Then the second call will start 13th of January, which is going to end 27, which is like within a month. Okay, then the other one, okay, so to be defined, all of these are not defined right now. Okay, so if you look at it here, you also see more additional information. But the major thing is we have the first semester application window and all of them right here. So you can come to this portal yourself and then review them, because you still need to digest some of this information properly, right? So you want to make sure you go back again, check your program first. So if you're applying to bachelor, you check here. For masters, you check here. Then for doctorate, you check here. So I'm using masters as case study today. So you want to check if your program is there. Then if you see your program, or if you can find your program, when you open that program, you also want to read more information about eligibility requirements, right? What is required for the program, documents that you need to upload for those programs, and all of those things. If you want to participate in Erasmus program, or you want to participate in other mobility program, you can participate in it through the DSU funding that the school is providing. Okay, so this is just brief information I want to share with you today. So let's start taking questions. start taking all your question right now. Okay. Okay. So can start bringing in your question right now. Yes. So, like I said, those who have not joined my Telegram channel, you want to make sure you check under my videos. You're going to see a link to my Telegram channel right there. And you're also going to find link to my WhatsApp channel as well. Okay. So, if you want to reach out to me for a one-on-one call out, so you want to reach out to me, we can schedule a one-on-one call for your concern. Okay. So you can start right now if you have any. You can start dropping them concerning what we discussed uh, in this live stream today. Okay, you can start dropping them right now. You can drop your question. So before we end the live stream, okay. So if you've been through this live stream today, and you think you understand everything that we discussed, it is also good that you make your own extra research, right? So one thing I will say is don't depend only on information that you find here. Go ahead, make extra research. If possible, uh, send email to these schools, right? Reach out to potential people that you think can give you additional information. They have the student office that can give you information, right? On whatever you are looking for, what type of information you are looking for, reach out to these schools and they are going to give you information that you need, right? If you are not certain of something or a particular information you find on the website, you can also reach out to them for more clarity. And if you also need like a one-on-one call section with me, you want us to review something, you are planning to submit your application, but you want someone to review the application for you, also let me know. So this is how we're going to end this live stream today. And like I said, I hope you've actually gotten value today. And hopefully we'll catch up again tomorrow. Okay, so hopefully if you have question, drop them. If you have any question, drop them right now. Find the live stream. If not, this live stream right now. I will just wait for 1 more minute for people to drop all their question. Then we'll call it a wrap. Okay, thank you very much for those who join. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so that when we have another information, you don't get to miss